Welcome to the Works Top 32. We are on the side stream, and I am joined by nobody. This is just Finesse on comms for now. About 10 minutes until my co-commentator is going to be showing up. We had to shuffle some things around. The mainstream did get priority. Understandably, I understand it. So if you want to check out the mainstream, that is over at Collision Series TV. But for now, I'm going to be holding down the fort. We have Apple, we have Sir Dank, Grease Almighty. Not sure what the tag he has written down on StarGG is, but Apple is the tagging game. That's the one I'm going to be using. Already, Sir Dank off to a really strong start. He's been a really solid player for so long. He had a really good doubles run with Raven King. Made it all the way to Grand Finals. I don't think they dropped a single set in the whole tournament. They certainly didn't do so today, but they might have dropped one yesterday at some point. But so far, Sir Dank is holding on to some of that doubles momentum, playing very solidly. He's going to take that first stock with very little trouble. Nice down tilt Apple going up for the forward air, making these big risky decisions pretty early on, trying to get things started, but it's not working out for him quite yet. He is the type of player that's going to take a risk every now and then, and I do like to see that, especially against Sir Dank. You kind of need that level of play. You want to be able to match his volatility from time to time. You know, there's two ways to counterplay the way that Sir Dank plays the game, and it's either matching his volatility or trying to stifle it in whatever way you can, and Apple is going to be the guy to try and match it. But Sir Dank going way out there, the knee just barely missing. Apple able to make it back, detonating that C4 off the side of that. Great spot dodge to avoid that down smash. That could have been a massive deficit for Apple should he have been hit by that down smash, but he didn't. So now still holding on to a close-ish game. He can take this stock at any given time and bring it relatively even. The up air not quite getting it done. Nice C4 on the platform. Catches Sir Dank slipping, and now Apple with a deficit that is much more easier to overcome. Only down by about 70% now. Can work it back at any given time. Nice dash attack to catch off stage. Doing a pretty solid job setting up these grenades. That's where Apple has gotten his success once Sir Dank has been the full length of the stage away from him. Apple's done pretty good setting up, putting up a wall, and Sir Dank hasn't been able to get through it. See, Apple hasn't gotten a hit in about 30 seconds now. He's racking up damage. Just as I say it though, Sir Dank gets the hit. Only up by 30%, and both players well within kill confirm range. You can see his stock fly off the board at any given moment now, and disadvantage now is Apple. Sir Dank chasing way up high with the up B. I love the idea. Catches Apple slipping. Good idea, equally as good execution. That's great stuff. By quite a bit is Apple, or is Sir Dank rather. Gonna look to avoid Apple attacking on any extra damage, trading stocks right away. Can be pretty easy to trade a stock like that, but Snake can do so much self-damage when you have a deficit. Things can snowball from time to time. Snake, one of the bigger snowball characters in the game, as I'm sure many of you know, now 81%. That down air is going to get the job done. I did not think it was, but he got it done regardless, and now 81% onto Apple 104. It's looking tough, but this is about what the percent difference was on that first stock, and Apple want to bring it all the way back, so you never know when you can make it equally as close as it was before. Sir Dank chasing with the up air. Up smash, swing and a miss. Snake's up smash falling down that mortar shot is going to get some damage, but Sir Dank baits him low with the fast fall and then jumps right away. Catches him with the nair. Really good stuff from Sir Dank. Just to go high. Doesn't quite work out, but a couple trades work out in his favor, and a grab adds on a lot of damage. Now stuck on the platform is Dank. He's able to evade though. Got C4 on a grenade stuck in the middle of the stage. Sir Dank looking for any way to get over it. It's risky to use that platform and go over because Apple has some pretty solid anti-airs. That Snake back air, up air, and air are all really good options to try and catch Falcon jumping at you. A few up airs in a row. We're going to put Apple on the wayside. Nice up B to send him off stage. Sir Dank going to chase super low, and this is where Apple needs to be very aware and disadvantaged. The C4 can't keep him alive. I want to say it was untechable. Wasn't totally able to see it, but now an even game. It's much better for Apple than what we were seeing before. He was playing from a deficit the entire time. Apple looking to get himself out to a bit of a lead here, and he does so with the dash attack. A measly lead at that though. See if he can do anything in the way of extending it. Sir Dank is immediately going to answer back. Just poking and prodding though. Neither player able to get too big of a connection to land. And there from Apple, a weak dash attack and an up B from Dank. As the trades come through, smoke settles in Apple's favor. Off stage is Sir Dank and a crazy F smash to catch the low read. A lot of damage and remaining in disadvantage for Sir Dank, but not able to take the stock off the roll read. I like the idea with the up tilt. Risky up B. Apple's not going to make him pay for it. Opts to set up a little bit more, and it works out in his favor. Up tilt catches Sir Dank slipping. That's another thing I didn't even call attention to earlier when I mentioned that approaching from the skies can be risky if you're Sir Dank. That snake up tilt is disgusting, and everybody knows that. We've all been there. Great movement there from Apple. He does that B reverse grenade to try and get a grab. It doesn't work out. And the stomp knee, like tried and true combo, a tale as old as time, gets it done for Sir Dank. Nice back air for Apple. Trying to make some moves. 2 up smashes in a row and a down smash. A lot of shield pressure for Sir Dank. He surges forward, but Apple's able to send him up to the skies with the up tilt. That's a great way to answer back for Apple. He got that early lead and he held on to it. He didn't really let Sir Dank do any of that explosive, volatile stuff that we saw him doing last game. He was able to play pretty safe, play at his own distance, and disadvantage went pretty good for him. This matchup does so often just come down to who is able to get that first hit in the first stock even, because Snake can just kind of pull grenades and make Captain Falcon's disadvantage very difficult. If he has a grenade in his hand, Captain Falcon can't really safely swing at Snake ever. And Snake just has just enough quick options to be able to box with Captain Falcon up close, so it is a matter of being able to approach and find that one option early on for Sir Dank and just kind of letting the game play itself from there. So that jab. 78% on the Apple. Sir Dank is going to chase him high again. Be real careful, Apple. Not going to get punished. But a scary position to be in nonetheless. Confident with his spacing was Apple. Not too worried about where Sir Dank was going to end up. 2 grenades and a C4. Apple setting up the wall, and Sir Dank doesn't really seem to have an answer for it. He's just standing and waiting for Apple to make a mistake, it seems, or maybe trying to collect himself. Either way, it didn't seem to work out as a lot of damage gets tacked on. The setup is there. And Sir Dank just standing still. Not really trying to threaten yet. He's either waiting for Apple's pressure to relent, waiting for him to give up, or waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And he found it. Surges forward with a side B into an up air. It's quite a bit of damage. But we're evened up on the percents. It's going to be a matter of who finds the first big interaction, and Sir Dank is going to be on the business end of that down smash from Apple. Really good stuff from him. Immediately going to answer back, though, only taking 10%. That's not a lot of extra credit. Really good stuff for Sir Dank to be able to answer back that quickly. Phenomenal pressure in the corner here. Setting up that grenade on the edge to try and catch that neutral get up. Force Sir Dank to stay in the corners. Chasing really low is Sir Dank. Apple's going to go below the stage. Not forced to tech the platform. And Sir Dank just didn't pull the trigger. He went off stage. I think he had a pretty good idea of where Apple was going to end up. But he just didn't throw out that aerial. I think he might have been second guessing himself. The doubt's coming through. Up till not going to get it done. 115% now on Apple as he gets sent off stage. Aerials get traded, but no one's able to connect, as 2 back airs find nothing but air. There's that wall. Sir Dank opting to be really patient on the other side of it. He's found about 50-50 success when he goes for that. When he goes for that type of patience. He just kind of sits there and waits for Apple to relent in his pressure. It's worked before, but not too consistently. Sir Dank is going to run up there and catch Apple with a high up B. And again, Apple just wasn't ready for that level of mobility. It's a great grab from Apple. Trying to answer back to that early stock. Sir Dank again, though, super patient, just waiting for that wall to crumble. 169%. The high recovery, almost losing an early stock is Apple. The air dodge is out of it, and the up air into knee gets it done. Sir Dank not going to lose that stock. 169% on his second stock. As we get into this game 4, Apple's going to be looking to respond back. And Sir Dank just kind of played the long game. Made it really hard for Apple to keep up his flow chart, keep up his consistent game plan that he likes to have. So Dank just kind of waited for the moment that Apple would slip, and it worked out in his favor quite a few times. I'm interested to see if that same strategy is going to keep coming through for Sir Dank, or if he's going to opt to mix up the pace. Game 1, he came out swinging pretty quickly, then ooh, a great 2-frame from Apple to take that stock, but as I was saying, Game 1, Sir Dank came out swinging pretty quickly, and then he kind of slowed down the pace a little bit in Games 2 and 3. He's coming out pretty quick again this time, and it's working out pretty well early on. He's able to neutral get up and shield those grenades, plays it pretty safe. Nice back air to come through for Sir Dank. Put Apple in disadvantage. That back air barely going to get it done off the left side. Grace Almighty still trying to move forward, but just can't find any of these connections. Up tilt doesn't get it done. Only at 49%, would have done it either way, but Sir Dank now is at the deficit, despite being able to take a pretty solid stock early on. He did not find the connection. Now at 108 with Sir Dank, he's got to watch out for these kill moves now. Up tilt's going to start killing around this percent. Be very wary if you're Sir Dank. Just chasing him down. Really good tracking on the side of Sir Dank. And the patience to wait around that C4. Doesn't want to get caught under it. He knows where Apple is going to try and place it. And Nikita pressuring at ledge, tries to get a grab off. If it doesn't find it, misplaces the up tilt. Can't find a kill. Sir Dank is going to find it first. The back air gets it done, and Apple potentially on his tournament stock. Lunge up, gets a grab, that works out. Nice up there as well to tack on extra damage. Sir Dank trying to take this set right here and now, not bringing it to a game 5, and it's not going to be needed. A down air into a forward air gets it done for Sir Dank.